Popoyo proper, which is the area in between the village of Guascate and Magnificent Rock and Playa Jicolete, you're going to find the Popoyo Reef Break, which is probably the most famous reef break in Nicaragua. There's multiple camps here, Nico Waves, Popoyo Surf Lodge. This was the first area that was really pioneered in the Tola region. You can score here pretty much every day of the year. Popoyo is like the most consistent break, maybe even in all of Central America. The left is better than the right, but that being said, the right can be insanely good. And in the wet season, when the rivers have been running, the sand kind of fills in on the reef and makes the right even better and having more chances of barrel than the left. In general, it's kind of a mushy, fun wave. It gets compared to trestles. It can also have a crowd level that's similar to trestles. Yeah, it's one of my favorite waves, but I only really surf it nowadays at low tide, when low tide is early in the morning for dawn patrol, because, you know, in the afternoon, at sunset, even kind of late in the morning, it can get really crowded. And if you're going to get cut off by people, it's definitely the place you're going to get cut off around here. And because it's so friendly to beginners and people who are not necessarily as advanced in surfing, everyone can enjoy it when it's small. And so that's going to bring even more of a crowd. Popoyo is, however, one of the spots that can handle the swell in this area. When it gets big, Popoyo can be good to epic, and that's when you'll see some of those pictures from some of those famous photographers. And Popoyo can be really good when it's big. Bring your step up. I definitely got one of the best barrels of my life at Popoyo. I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 years ago here. It's definitely possible to get barreled there when it's big. Other than that, it doesn't really barrel. In the Popoyo area, there's also several other breaks. There's a couple other points, both on the inside of Popoyo and on the other side of Popoyo towards Guascate. I'm going to let you find those for yourself. But yeah, there are definitely a lot of spots around Popoyo. It's super consistent. And if you walk in from Guascate or Jicolete, you won't have to pay to park. So highly recommend. The next break moving south from Popoyo is going to be Beginner Bay. Beginner Bay also is self-explanatory. It's a longboarding peak. That's one of the only peaks around here that is going to be good for beginners, hence the name Beginner Bay. It's always going to be crowded with foam boards, longboards, surf camps, surf instructors. There's a left point at the top of Beginner Bay that needs a little bit more swell to work. It breaks over shallow rocks. It's called Mag Rock Point. It's one of my favorite waves in the area. It's kind of a novelty wave. It's definitely not perfect. You can definitely hit the rocks, but that being said, it's super fun. Me and my girlfriend surf there a lot at dead low tide when it's breaking over the rocks, and we hit the rocks and we laugh about it and have a good time. It's a great place to surf, just if you want a different vibe. Sometimes if you want to surf alone, I'm not saying you will always surf it alone, but you know, if you dawn patrol early in the morning, low tide, you will definitely have a chance of surfing it alone. So yeah, enjoy. Crossing over into the Playa Jicolete area, you've got Jicolete and Rancho Santana. Everyone knows Rancho Santana. There are famous peaks that are over by Rancho Santana that barrel pretty much every day. It works better with a little less period, but it can still work at 15, 16, 17 seconds if the swell's from the right direction and the wind is from the right direction, and you catch the right tide. I generally find that the whole entire Jicolete and Santana area works better mid to high tide. But that being said, sometimes when the rivers have been running, you can find some sandbars out there even at low. This is one of my favorite beach breaks in all of Central America. I probably spend the most time at Playa Jicolete and Rancho Santana when I come here. It's super fun. There's peaks for all levels, kind of. It's more intermediate to advanced because the peaks are kind of steep, but if it's small, all levels can really enjoy it. And what's really great about Playa Jicolete is it's a 1.5 kilometer long beach, and you can literally just find waves everywhere on the beach if you're willing to look for them. The crowd really concentrates towards the south end at Rancho Santana. That's where the parking is. That's where the resort is. You can pay $300 a night to stay here, or you can stay in Jicolete for $25 a night. My house is $25 a night or less for on a monthly rate, and we surf the same breaks that the people that are paying $300 a night pay. So it's like, yeah, this place for immediately south of Playa Jicolete and Rancho Santana, you've got a break called Playa Rosada, we used to call it Perfect Peak. It's a left-hand point. It needs a little bit more swell to work. It only works low to mid-tide. After mid-tide, you're going to have a really high chance of hitting really sharp, gnarly rocks and getting the crap cut out of you. Don't go there. And honestly, if you're not staying in Rancho Santana, you have to walk around a headland over a gnarly reef and rock setup, and all that gets covered in water by about an hour after mid-tide. So if you're going to go there, you really want to go on like outgoing mid-tide. That way you have time to surf for a little while and then walk back, because people have gotten caught over there and had to paddle back or even tried to walk back on Rancho Santana, and the security will bounce you. They will kick you out back to the ocean. And yeah, it's not a good thing to be stuck over there at high tide and not have a way to get back to the beach. It's a really good left. It can barrel. It can also be a closeout. It can also not break at all. It's kind of fickle.